My name is Jo Swinney and I'm married to Sean. We just had our 8th anniversary. He is a youth pastor and clergy in the Anglican Church, and we have 2 little girls, Alexa, who is 4, and Caris, who is a little over 1. They keep me very busy, the 3 of them, but alongside that I'm also a writer and a speaker. And my latest book project was God Hunting, which is essentially the account of several months that I spent trying out spiritual disciplines with the view to finding whether they would work in the middle of a busy and not particularly spiritual life, although I'd like to improve on that. And also why I hadn't been doing them more before and what benefit they would have to me if I did start practicing them a bit more intentionally. So my original idea was to spend quite a clean sort of progressive 6 months on 1 discipline per month, write it up, have it done. There you go. And what happened was I did start out like that, but then went into premature labour, and for 6 weeks was sort of in and out of hospital thinking that Caris was going to arrive at any second. So it didn't quite go to plan, but that's how life is. And then I had the interesting task of doing the last 2 disciplines with a newborn baby and a toddler. But then again, that is life, isn't it? So the disciplines I looked at were fairly standard sort of practices that have been around in the church, and my goal was to come at them from as many different angles as I could come up with and just see how they worked. So an example would be with my month on prayer. I prayed with other people, I attempted to pray silently, I prayed using the prayer book, the Anglican prayer book, and I prayed simple prayer requests. I wrote my prayers down in a journal and basically just spent the whole month trying to invest in prayer and work out how best that could happen when I didn't have the luxury of a little chapel built onto the side of my house and silence and all the rest of it. And what I found through the months that I did this was that it clarified in my mind that my desire was to get to know God a lot better, and that these practices really do work for that. It built some muscle onto my spiritual life that hadn't been there before, and since then I've found that I've continued on in that same vein of trying this and that and the other, but always seeking to use my life and my time and my mind for that purpose, to get closer to God, even if it's very, very tiny things that I'm able to do. An example would be that I have begun to fast 1 meal a week. It's a really small thing, but it's taught me a lot already. I'm trying to read a chapter of the Bible every day, and I'm keeping a prayer journal, and these are very small things, but I think my intention is being stated quite loudly and clearly through doing them, and I have felt the response of God to be this great big warm embrace and an invitation from him to come closer and closer and as close as I dare.